Jack Sparrow is one of the most confusing protagonists ever put on screen. He's a drunk pirate who survives impossible odds, outsmarts gods, escapes death repeatedly, and somehow always knows more than he lets on. For years, fans have tried to answer one simple question. Is Jack Sparrow just lucky, or is something else going on? These are the craziest Jack Sparrow theories that might actually be true. Number 1. Jack Sparrow is secretly immortal. Jack survives things no human pirate should. He's hanged, stabbed, shot at point-blank range, buried alive, stranded at sea without food or water, and directly killed by Davy Jones, yet he always comes back. In Dead Man's Chest, Jack is swallowed whole by the Kraken. That should be the end. Instead, he's later retrieved from Davy Jones' locker, a place described as a form of hell. The theory suggests Jack can't permanently die while he remains bound to the sea. Evidence supporting this comes from how death treats him differently. When Jack dies, he doesn't pass on like others. He's conscious, walking, talking, and arguing with hallucinations of himself. Davy Jones' locker behaves more like a waiting room than an afterlife for Jack. Counterargument: Jack's survival is due to rescue and luck, not immortality. But no other character experiences death this way. Even gods and cursed pirates obey stricter rules than Jack does. If Jack is immortal, it explains why he treats danger like an inconvenience rather than a threat. Death isn't scary when you've already beaten it. Number 2. Jack Sparrow knows the future. Jack regularly reacts before events happen. He dodges attacks before they're thrown. He prepares for betrayals before they occur. He makes seemingly nonsensical plans that only work because he anticipated outcomes no one else could see. In The Curse of the Black Pearl, Jack knows Barbossa can't kill him yet, and he behaves accordingly. In Dead Man's Chest, he hands his compass to Elizabeth before she needs it. In At World's End, he orchestrates a multi-layered escape while acting drunk and distracted. The theory proposes Jack doesn't see the future clearly, but he senses probability, almost like instinct dialed up to supernatural levels. Some fans point to Jack's connection to the sea, suggesting the ocean itself guides him. Sailors historically believed the sea spoke to those who listened closely enough. Counterargument: Jack is improvising and reading people, not time. But his accuracy is too consistent. Jack isn't guessing, he's timing. If Jack knows the future in fragments, it explains why he never panics. Panic only happens when you don't know what comes next. Number 3. Jack Sparrow is the sea personified. This theory suggests Jack Sparrow isn't just of the sea, he is the sea given human form. Jack behaves like the ocean itself, calm one moment, chaotic the next, unpredictable but always balanced. He punishes those who disrespect it and rewards those who flow with it. He's loyal to ships more than people. He values freedom above morality. He can be generous or cruel depending on circumstance. In On Stranger Tides, Jack explicitly states, "The sea is my love." He speaks to ships, listens to the wind, and navigates impossibly without maps. The sea also refuses to kill him. No matter how often Jack is thrown overboard, it returns him alive. Counterargument: this is poetic symbolism, not literal canon. But Pirates of the Caribbean already includes sea gods, curses, and living oceans. Jack being an avatar of the sea isn't outside the franchise's logic. If true, Jack's erratic morality makes sense. The ocean doesn't care about good or evil, only balance. Number 4. Jack Sparrow is a genius pretending to be stupid. Jack's drunkenness and slurred speech hides something crucial. He's smarter than everyone else. He consistently manipulates situations by acting incompetent. People underestimate him, reveal information, and lower their guard. Meanwhile, Jack listens. In nearly every film, Jack explains his plan after it's already worked. He understands contracts, loopholes, politics, and ancient curses better than trained officers and scholars. The theory argues Jack intentionally cultivates his reputation as a fool. It's camouflage. Counterargument, Jack makes genuine mistakes and gets lucky. But his mistakes almost always benefit him in the long run. Even his losses position him better later. Jack isn't dumb, he's chaotic intelligent. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, subscribing really helps support the channel. I post deep dive theory videos like this all the time. Number 5. Jack Sparrow is cursed by the compass. Jack's compass doesn't point north, it points to what the holder wants most. But Jack seems trapped by it. He constantly struggles with desire. He wants freedom, then power, then escape, then connection, then solitude. His compass spins wildly because Jack himself doesn't fully understand what he wants. The theory suggests the compass reflects Jack's internal curse, endless dissatisfaction. He can never be still because his desires are always shifting. This curse keeps him alive, but prevents peace. Counterargument, the compass is neutral, Jack is just indecisive. But other characters use the compass without issue. Jack's is uniquely unreliable. If the compass is tied to him magically, Jack may be cursed to wander forever, never fully fulfilled. Number 6. Jack Sparrow was marked by death. Davy Jones hunts Jack relentlessly, not because Jack owes a debt, but because Jack cheated death. He escaped the locker once. Jones calls him a stain upon the sea. In folklore, escaping death marks a soul. Death doesn't forget. Jack is pursued by supernatural forces repeatedly, far more than any other pirate. The Kraken, the Locker, Calypso, and even the sea itself seem aware of him. Counterargument, Jack is targeted because he causes chaos. But others cause chaos too, and aren't hunted like Jack is. If Jack cheated death early in his life, it would explain why death keeps circling him, waiting to collect. Number 7. Jack Sparrow is already dead. This darker theory claims Jack died long before the movies began. What we see is a man living on borrowed time, someone who never truly returned. Evidence lies in Jack's detachment from reality. He treats life like a dream. He rarely forms lasting attachments. He often speaks about death casually. In Dead Man's Chest, Jack says death has a curious way of reshuffling one's priorities. Counterargument, that's just philosophical dialogue. But the theory frames Jack as a man existing between worlds, never fully alive, never fully dead. It would explain why supernatural rules bend around him. He doesn't fully belong to either side. Number 8. Jack Sparrow is the worst pirate in history. This theory flips everything. Jack isn't great because he's legendary. He's legendary because he survives. His ship is stolen constantly. His crew mutinies. His plans fall apart. He loses nearly every battle, yet he always lives. The legend of Jack Sparrow grows not from success, but from endurance. History remembers survivors. Counterargument, Jack achieves major victories, but most victories are accidental or shared. Jack isn't a conqueror, he's a ghost who refuses to leave. Number 9. Jack Sparrow understands the audience. This meta-theory suggests Jack is partially aware he's in a story. He speaks in riddles, he narrates himself, he pauses for dramatic effect, he reacts as though events are performances. Some fans argue Jack behaves like someone who knows chaos benefits the narrative. Counterargument, that's just theatrical acting, but Jack often behaves differently when alone versus observed. If Jack understands story logic, it explains his confidence. He knows when it's not his time. Number 10. Jack Sparrow is the luckiest man alive. The simplest theory might be the truest. Jack isn't immortal, prophetic, or divine. He's just unbelievably lucky. But in a universe where curses exist and gods walk among men, luck may be supernatural. Luck can be a power, and Jack has more of it than anyone else. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.